2019 edition of the Beauchamp Gator football team faced a very challenging season last year. Just 1 week before practice was to begin, the head coach was gone. The Gators were left shorthanded with a skeleton crew for a coaching staff and an interim head coach by the name of Sal Diesi. The Gators, despite fighting hard, finished with a 1-9 record. Fast forward to February 2020, Coach Diesi is named permanent athletic director and head football coach. However, just a couple weeks after being named into his new position, the COVID-19 virus shuts the whole world down, and the football team is left in limbo as to knowing what's next. We caught up with Coach Diesi to ask him just how his program dealt with the COVID shutdown and all the restrictions.
Yes, whenever COVID and the news came out on March 13th that everything was suspended for the rest of the spring, we were kind of in limbo and didn't know what was going to happen. And then LHSA is going to decide for summer workouts to happen, and it comes with all these guidelines. And we had people in place, and we had enough things in place, and we got stuff ordered, and kind of, I'd say, kind of led the way in St. Landry Parish with protocols and mitigations on what to do and how to keep kids safe, along with LHSA guidance and Louisiana Athletic Care guidance. Kids were apprehensive, kind of worried. We did have some parents who were worried, but I think their fear subsided when they could trust us that we were going to follow protocols and do our best. Summertime was also the not knowing if we were going to have a season.
With all the uncertainty surrounding the season, it was left in limbo as to whether the season would even happen or not. Thankfully, the LHSA finally came out and decided that football would take place. Starting on the week of October 1st and 2nd, football teams would play an 8-game regular season and then a full playoffs. We asked Coach Diesi how the good news affected the team.
Since we weren't having a season, it's kind of hard to motivate these guys for an unknown future. But I think they held steadfast, had 40+ workouts in the summer, and I think that's a vast improvement of what we've seen in the past. Go through fall practice. LHSA says we're going to start fall practice at normal time, but with no shoulder pads and not full gear. Still following the guidelines and mitigation plan. Still uncertainty. And then we roll around a few weeks ago and the LHSA decides that we're going to have a season, and you see a little energy from the students that it's finally going to happen. Although abbreviated, but it's going to happen. They're going to get a chance to play.
With all the restrictions with COVID, fans, the gate, the attendance restrictions, Coach Diesi had a few words to say about what to expect for this upcoming season.
Season outlook, it looks promising. We can keep everybody healthy. We can keep everybody healthy, everybody on the same page, everybody to align, assign, and know their responsibility. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to see some positive results. You're going to see exciting football based on what you saw from the offense last year. And most of those guys returning will be back defensively. Most of those guys are returning and coming back. Our expectations are to start 1-0. It's our vision statement. Start 1-0, make the playoffs, play on Thanksgiving. Win the first playoff game in school history. Play on Thanksgiving and win a state championship. That's our vision statement. That's where we hope to be at the end of the season. Due to the pandemic and the fact that 25% capacity is what we can hold as of now, we are strongly encouraging online sales of our tickets. How would you do that? You would go to the St. Landry Parish School website and find Beauchamp High School, or just Google Beauchamp High School directly. At the bottom of our homepage for Beauchamp, you will see a store tab. Go ahead and click that, and you would find the game of your choice. There will be a Gatorhead logo with Beauchamp underneath. You'll find that game. You can purchase adult tickets through that site. We strongly encourage it. It'll help lines go a lot faster, especially since we have to do temp checks on everyone that walks in. Child tickets can still be purchased at the gate. Away games will be based up to the school's discretion on how they want to do it. Our first away game is Thursday, October 1st at Pine Prairie, and they are only doing online sales of tickets, and we are only allotted 168 of those. So once they sell out of 168 visitor tickets, that is it. Home games, we can fit, according to 25% capacity, 704 at capacity. We have plenty of room. We would like you to get in there early, get a seat that's comfortable, since they will be spaced out, and we suggest that you socially distance and mask up. Thank you very much, Gator Nation. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the office at 662-5815. Thank you very much, Gator Nation, and go Big Blue.
With less than a week before the first game of the season, Coach Diesi has a message for all the fans and community from Beauchamp.
Hello, Gator Nation. I'm Coach Diesi, a football coach and athletic director at Beauchamp High School. We want to invite you to come out and support our Gators this football season in the Swamp on Friday nights. We ask that you help us row the boat. What does row the boat mean? Row the boat is our never give up attitude. These student athletes work extremely hard to represent you as a community. So if you come out there and row with us and never give up with us as a school, as an athletic program, we will appreciate all your support. Thank you very much, and go Big Blue.